Got a big exam on the horizon, one of those tests for college, maybe a new career, or even citizenship. The pressure can be, well, it can be a lot. Today, we're going to look at a tool that says it can help you get ready and walk in there feeling confident.
Does that feeling of being completely overwhelmed ring a bell? I bet it does. You've got stacks of study guides, the clock is always ticking, and you can just feel the weight of what's on the line. Prepping for a huge test is super stressful, and it's so easy to feel like you're going it alone.
And then there's the money. Seriously, traditional prep courses can cost an absolute fortune. It just adds this whole other layer of stress, right? It's a real frustration that good quality test prep often feels like something you can't afford.
But what if there was a way to get that high-quality, realistic practice without emptying your wallet? What if you could actually sharpen your skills, get your timing down, and walk into that exam room feeling like, yeah, I got this?
Well, it turns out there just might be a solution. We're going to dive into a platform called Practice Test 360, and you can find it right at www.practicetest360.com. Let's see if it actually delivers on that promise. So, what's the whole deal with Practice Test 360? Basically, it's a free online platform that gives you structured, realistic practice exams for a whole bunch of important tests. The whole idea is to give you the tools you need to knock down those barriers we were just talking about. Okay, so the platform really hangs its hat on 4 key things. First, it's all about improving your chances of passing on the first try. It does that by giving you a real exam simulation. We're talking timed, structured tests that feel just like the real thing, which is huge for reducing that test day anxiety. Then, as soon as you're done, you get instant feedback with really detailed explanations. That helps you find your weak spots right away. And, of course, a major point here, it's designed to be accessible and affordable. And they're not messing around either. The platform already has over 10 major exams ready to go, and they've got plans to add at least 7 more. That tells you they're serious about growing and supporting all kinds of different test takers. So you might be wondering, okay, that sounds good, but how does it actually work? Well, the whole process is designed to be super simple and effective, breaking your prep down into 3 really clear steps. It's really just a simple cycle. First, you pick your exam and get yourself ready. Then you take a time to test, just like you would on the big day. And finally, this is the most important part. You review your score and go through those detailed explanations. This is how you figure out what you need to work on so you can retake the tests and literally watch yourself improve. If you're curious to see how it feels in action, you can just check it out for yourself. Go to www.practicetest360.com. It's a great way to see if their style of practice is the right fit for you. Okay, so what exams can you actually practice for? Let's take a quick look at the kind of tests they have on the platform right now. And wow, they really cover a lot of ground. You'll find the big grad school exams like the GRE and the GMAT, but also professional certifications like the CompTIA A+. They've also got you covered for vocational tests like the ASVAB for the military and the GED, and even the U.S. citizenship test. It's a really diverse lineup. All right, before we wrap this up, there are a couple of really important things to know about this platform, especially when it comes to being trustworthy and transparent. So this is key. The site is super upfront that all their materials are for practice only. These are not the official questions from the actual exam. They're original practice questions, and a lot of them are even made with AI to mimic the real test experience. This kind of transparency is great because it positions them as a helpful study tool, not some shady source for leaked questions. When you boil it all down, the mission behind Practice Test 360 is really about empowering you, the test taker. The whole goal is to give you the tools and the confidence you need to succeed, tackling those big problems like cost, access, and of course that crushing anxiety. So, what's the final verdict here? If you're looking for a free, easy-to-use, and realistic way to get ready for your next big test, Practice Test 360 is definitely worth checking out. You can find it one last time at www.practicetest360.com. So the only real question left is, how are you going to tackle your next challenge?